about ready to start the second quarter here at Dittmer Park, Mount Gravatt. For those of you watching outside Queensland, we're about 10 kilometres from the city centre on the road to the Gold Coast here, or just off the road to the Gold Coast. Mount Gravatt been in the competition approaching 20 years now. Start the bounce for the second quarter. This is Jason Paxman in the ruck against Malone. Might get a recall. Bounced outside the centre circle. We'll reset and go again. Yeah, evenly knocked, 9 scoring shots apiece. You can't emphasise just how hot it is in Brisbane today. It was hot yesterday, hot again today as Malone climbs high, thumps the ball forward. This is Veering, looks like he might have been pushed up. Carr's got a little kick around the corner that only went as far as Andrew Scott. Oh, this is Estel who just hit the ball hard, drives it down to the square looking for Dick Voss, big fly. Mowatt's over the back if he can get to it, but he's a big man. Peter Wright puts his body on the line, absorbs the bump, flicks the handball out the back. That was clever by Peter Wright, and this is Boone who's going to relieve in the back pocket for the Redland Bombers.
As he kicks up to the half-back flank there for Redlands. Reese, handballs out to Zuffa, Zuffa out to Howard. Howard can run with the footy if he chooses to, looks up, kicks it long to the Chris Thompson on a big long lead, gets to a beautiful chest mark. He marks 60 metres out from the Redlands goal. He's got Pullen on the lead now. How's the kick? Smothered there. Jesse Green with the ball, looks to handball across. Solder intercepts, handballs across to Pullman. If he can just flick it on here, Redlands might be in to Thompson. He's just got to gather. Good pressure from the Vultures. Wraps him up at a great tackle. The ball's locked up.
Gee, that was sloppy by the Vultures by the Bombers there on a couple of occasions. Just couldn't quite get the handle on the ball. The coaching staff will be tearing their hair out on that one because that was a certain goal. But again, full credit to the pressure exerted by the Mount Gravatt players. Ball falls to the advantage of the Vultures there. Stewart on the long raking left foot out of there. Sorry, that was Penny Quick. Another former Western Magpie. Grua, he's been impressive. Centres it magnificently and he finds Matt Thompson.
Yeah, just too easy there, Ron. Grua had two opponents were drawn to him and he just darted through there. So Peter be very disappointed with that effort there from both Mount Gravatt players. And it was a beautiful kick from Grua inside to Matt Thompson in his 100th game.
He's an impressive looking type, this Grua. Do you know much about him, Funky?
Yeah, Redlands Junior, Ormiston College boy, and actually had a year off footy as Thompson strays it across to the left or one behind. But yeah, he took the year 12 off, not to play footy, come through the Bushies program, wanted to play rugby league for the school, and then come back and is an exciting player for Redlands last year as the ball gets kicked out. To centre wing, Malone works hard. Zuffa with the hands, kicks inside 50 to Redlands. No one going for the ball here as the ball bounces Cask. Jesse Green collects, works over the footy. Out to Eckerman. Yoshiura clean. Out to Green. Oh, in his back. Play on, calls the umpire.
This is
out
Rogers.
To Rogers. Handballs over the top to Malone. Malone runs. Kicks up to half forward here. Good mark by Lavey shores his options up. He's got some options in the middle of the ground. Kicks it in. Young Stewart.
Oh, there's a hamstring. Landry's hamstring is gone. He overextended their stretch. And
2 on 1 here.
For the day. Great mark in the goal square. They're not played.
Not played. Play on. Snaps over his head. And kicks the goal.
Well, that is very well deserved there by Luke Scott. He threw himself at that ball. Looks like he's copped a whack in the nose for his trouble. But he, you know what, he didn't remonstrate claiming for the mark. He just got on with it. Gee, he was cat-like too, the way he got to his feet and then screwed it over his shoulder. Brilliant work by Luke Scott. And they've hit the front, I think for the first time. Certainly, that's bad news as Landry hobbles off the ground there for Redland because he's been terrific. So, first casualty of the season in this game. Looks like that's probably 3 weeks on the sidelines there for the young fellow, and that's bad luck. But Luke Scott, has his involvement in this game been impressive?
He's been by far the best player on the ground. He's been very lively up forward. He's been very stiff not to have that paid as a mark, even though he mopped it up well and snapped it over his left shoulder. But Redlands might have to, I think he might be onto his second or third opponent now, Ron, for the day, and we're not even 5 minutes into the second quarter. So he's definitely creating some headaches for Lonsdale and his coaching team.
4-6 plays 3-7. It's a 5-point advantage to the home team. 4 minutes into the second quarter as Paxman, that was a lovely knockdown to Reese. But Andrew Scott, he's involved himself. Got the handball out there with Malone. Looking for Proud. Umpire called play on. Dinky little handball there by Proud. Looking for Rod. He couldn't get onto it. as Godfrey, dinky little handball there over to Zuffa, but it's put him under the pressure. He's flicked it out there towards Howard. Howard looks downfield, nothing happening. Reese is in there to help. It comes back to Howard. Now he's got the runner on the outside in Godfrey. Man on downfield looking there for Pullman, but it's gone over his head, setting himself a task. Gross is going to close. Great work there again by Gavin Gross. Read the play magnificently, and it's gone over for a boundary throw in deep in the forward pocket for the Redland team.
I just think there's too much fancy footy from Redlands here today, Ron. I mean, they've probably tried to create things out of nothing, and they just need to go back to a very basic structure. When they've got the footy in their hands, they look very lively, but just trying to over-finesse, and they're just creating too many turnovers, and Mount Gravatt are capitalising.
Well, that was Don Barry who gave it to Greg Lavey. That man, Luke Scott, is on again. Got himself a good break there on Pullman. Sits it up there in front of Mowat. He couldn't get a handle on it. Peter Wright just managed to get his hands to the football. And he's got Zuffa breaking for him there across half-back. He's got men running for him. He's got Reese short if he wants him. Finds that man Brewer, who's been so impressive so far. Good hands by Brewer. Got Reese running for him again. Now Reese has got the man coming up on the lead, that's Pullman. Pullman was screaming for it, almost took it one hand, kept his feet magnificently. Gives it off to Godfrey, he takes on the tackler in Green, and Green gets himself a free kick, and deservedly so. Wastes no time in bringing the ball downfield, looking for Scott. He's marked it inches over from the boundary line. Scott just settles it down while he looks downfield. New 6-second rule this year, Funky. The players have to move it on quickly, so there's no time for a break. Long kick down forward looking for Scott. Couldn't get it this time. Estel holds his feet beautifully. He's been impressive down there across half forward. Burns off Boone. Kicks up long towards the square. It's a one-on-one. Dick Foss will have the strength. Can't get a handle on it. Lavey's there up against Howard. Can Lavey get on it? Clever stuff by Lavey. Knocks it to the advantage of Dick Foss. Shrugs off an opponent. Great tackle there by Howard. And Howard will get himself with a relieving free kick. Wright tries to play on, but the play had stopped. So we'll go back to Howard. Good football all around there, Funky.
Yeah, it was. It was a great centering pass from Estel. I love his dash on. When he gets the footy, he makes things happen. It was a beautiful kick across. Unfortunately, couldn't take the mark, but it was great mopping up there from Howard down in defence, working hard to secure their possession back of the footy.
Defensive work of both teams deserves a lot of credit this early in the season. Sean Yashira made the lead. Tried to make the intercept there on Tom Salter, but gee, cannot wrap Salter enough for his early work. Just wonder if he can keep on going at this pace, in this heat. Reese too has been super impressive. Brad Reese knocked up getting possessions. He's got the man on in the middle in Josh Veering. Veering loves to quarterback the game there from half back. Gives it to Brewer, who keeps on finding space in the middle of the ground. Wright's running for the handball, but oh, he's running out of space. Good tackle there by Ajita. Gives it back to that man, Salter. He's got Cass running for him. Cass is going to kick to the one-on-one. Pullman's got front position, can't handle onto it. Great tackle there by his opponent there. Can't make it out. As Thompson slots a goal across his body, and they've got the lead back by a solitary behind Redland. Just couldn't quite bust through the tackle there, and paid the ultimate price at the 8-minute mark of the second quarter.
You know, it was a good run from defence there, and Peter Wright, he's run 150 metres then, Ron, to basically from the last line up through the middle. It was a beautiful tackle by young Stanis Ajita, and he's been a fantastic player for him thus far after coming back from a severely broken leg a few years ago. So it's good to have him out there, but it was good movement by Redlands. It was classy through the middle of the ground, and Pullman's competing down at full forward there has been great thus far, and the mop allowed for Thompson to come in and snap a beautiful little goal.
Give Blake Stewart some credit too. His defensive work on Pullman's had the front advantage there a couple of times and managed to spoil. Hasn't had enough around him as Godfrey looks downfield. Gross's best position to mark here. Can't get a handle on it. Oh, reefed out of there. That was clever work. This is Jesse Green. Ball still up for grabs. Green draws the man. He's got Jamison of the Todd variety running for him. Barry goes in and puts on the Shepherd. So Jamison can keep going. He's had 3 bounces. Pumps the ball there down to full forward. Dick Foss one-on-one, can't control it, and the ball goes through for a minor score. Good transference of play again there by Mount Gravatt.
The ball's kicked in, out wide to Tyler Jones. He's got to get a hand on this before it goes out of bounds, and just gets into in time on the half-forward flank from Mount Gravatt. Pretty poor kicking in the end there from Pullman, so he didn't quite find his target. But they'd be happy that it's gone out as opposed to a quick entry back inside. So as the ball in comes in, Hunter and Malone. Here's Scott again. Ball beats him over the line. Another half-forward flank, 50 metres out from the Mount Gravatt goal.
Good turn of speed there before by Troy Jamison. Just needs to work on spotting that ball to the advantage of the full forward. Hunter against Malone again. Oh, Barry races onto the ball. He's taken high, is he? No.
Oh,
he's going to be
holding
for holding the ball.
Right.
It's Grua. Put the ball out of bounds on the full. We're going to get ourselves an opportunity for Matt Gravatt to put themselves back into attack. The scores are all locked up. 11 minutes into this second quarter, it's 4-7, 31 apiece. Gavin Gross, he's on that raking long left foot. It's a magnificent kick of the football. Put it to the top of the square. Luke Scott's read it beautifully, but so too is Zufa. Zufa runs it through for the minor score.
So kicks out to Thompson. Thompson takes a mark deep in their last line. Kicks a dangerous kick. I don't really know why he went back there, to be honest, Ron, but Pringle's got the ball, switches across the other side to the hard-working Salter. It's a good kick from Pringle. Mark just inside. He's got an option.
Godfrey's on the wing if he wants him.
He couldn't get to him, so he comes inside to Thompson again. Oh, Thompson got the umpire intervened there. Don't put your hands out, mate. Just go and get the ball. Kicks it over the top. Scott to Dick Foss. Carries over the line. It's accidental contact there with Thompson and the umpire, but you just got to move on. Heaver right. It's been good Mount Gravatt, and it's in that forward half of the ground. Looks up. Hasn't got a lot of movement here from Redlands at all. Kicks to himself. Boone comes in for the Shepherd. Good effort there. Dodges around. Right.
Geez, backed himself there to big right.
It's a big Hunter.
Good grab, big fella. Oh, touch, says the umpire. Clever enough to stand in the tackle and give it to Reese. He's dished it off to Godfrey. Godfrey's got a man running for him in Bain. Bain's got Pullman running towards the goal square if he wants him, but elects to go back for the kick. It's given the defence time to run down there. It's going to be a one-on-one. Gardner over the back. Good mark. And that's what they got him for, Funky. That's exactly what a Scott Clouston would have done. And it's not a bad opponent he's against there either. Gavin Gross normally gets a fist to those, so well done to Gardner.
Yeah, he's arguably the best defender in the competition, Gavin Gross, so that's a good effort there. He just sort of nudged him under the footy a bit, and Gav found it hard to sort of push back into him. So Gardner lines up from about 40 metres out directly in front, and you would think, Ron, this should be a formality.
199 centimetres, Gardner, they've got him at. Gavin Gross is a big man, and Gardner does make him look a little bit small. Gee, they're all having troubles kicking goals at this end as Gardner misses from 30 metres.
Yeah, he just didn't make great contact with that, so it's almost like a little stab pass that he's tried to do rather than kicking through the footy, but that's a disappointing result. As like Mount Gravatt kick it back in, long, up to centre wing, as the pack forms. Good effort from Hunter. Fraser Neat gets taken over the line by Pullman, so... Boundary umpire comes to throw it back in as Pennington and Hunter do battle here. The new rucking rules, they can't make contact till the ball's left the boundary umpire's hand, so the ball comes down. Cass flicks the handball out. Brewer throws it neat. Hunter taps it out. The protection comes to Veering. There's a kick inside, and Reese centres the ball to pull in the pack forms. Good effort there from Jamison. A beautiful little mop up there from Chris Thompson. It was a great effort there from Jamison to run with the flight of the footy, but Thompson stayed on the ground and mops up and kicks another goal for Redlands.
So the Bombers move to 5-8-38. 5-point advantage of Mount Gravatt, 4-9-33. We're at the 14-minute mark of the second quarter, and they had the runners running everywhere there, Redland. Mount Gravatt struggled to get their numbers back into the fence. I just wonder whether that's the first sign of this game that the Redland running power may be starting to take effect. It's been very, very impressive the way that they've run the ball, Redland. Again, they probably didn't kick the ball to the best advantage. The kicks into the forward 50, it's just that they, sheer weight of numbers won it there, and certainly some gutsy work too there by Thompson. So Mark Pennington will take the ruck for the Vultures.
Against Hunter, they go high, tap down, one by Hunter. Godfrey tries to get onto the footy. So it comes out the back now. Jamison kicks it wide. Sorry, Fraser Nate. And the ball's to Salter, out near the boundary line. Darts back inside, very classy. Looks inside 50, he's got the options. A great kick. Got Gardner on the lead. Gardner marks 48 metres out. Pops over the top and got Damien Stephen. Stephen marks in the forward pocket. 30 metres out. So probably wasn't his preferred option there at one stage.
I'm not sure that that kick wasn't directed at the fast-leading Pullman there, but it's dropped magnificently.
It's dropped beautifully there for Stephen. So Stephen's a good kick for goal. As I said, he's probably on a 45-degree angle, 40 metres out. Again, the umpire moves him on.
Another former vulture and getting plenty of advice for his former teammates there in Gavin Grace. Stephen, and again, he's split the middle beautifully, just the middle of the goal on the behind post. So they've moved along to 4-10 Mount Gravatt, and an out of bounds on the full to go along with that.
Poor kick in. Pullman handballs to Gartner. Tackles made, ball's up in the air, not 10 though, umpire calls, Thompson goes up. Pennington misses it, veering.
Ooh.
Ball's up, this will be paid as a mark. He's dropped the mark, Stephen. I think it's Yoshiura under the pack there. He's drawn the high contact, Yoshiura, put his head over the footy, well done. Kicks out wide here to Stewart, mark, take them all. 60 metres from their goal line, handballs inside to Pennyquick. Pennyquick dances around, oh, good tackle by Godfrey. Zuffa mops up, kicks inside 50, it's a poor kick, Gross takes an uncontested mark. As he looks to switch the play.
There's a bit happening off the ball after that late
tackle.
That
White Eckerman with the ball. Kicks it long, good mark. I think it's Dick Voss with the ball. Kicks up long. And
this is Jonathan Proud against Adam Boone. Ball knocks back towards Brewer. Brewer's got plenty of time to settle. He goes for the longer option in veering. Reese can run for him, but he elects to dance around him, looks towards Bain. Veering looks like he was put down after he's kicked it. He copped a bit of attention in that last pack too, Veering, so there's obviously not a lot of love lost there.
And there's no doubt the Vultures are trying to make him earn his kicks, but that's just silly, Ron. I think there's no need to be doing the late contact. Make him earn it in the tackles, but the late contact is just costing him free kicks and entries inside the forward half of their ground.
So Jordan Bain, the teenage Redland product, it's a low percentage kick, looking for Veering, who covered a lot of ground to make the lead there deep in towards the pocket. We'll get ourselves a boundary throw in.
Stewart's done a great job on Pullman thus far, Ron. So he's a good young defender. It's the first time that I've really seen him down there on an elite forward. So as Zuffa has a shot inside 50, that's a beautiful finish from Daniel Zuffa. The left footer, when he's inside 50, Ron, he's a dead eye, and that was a fantastic finish.
And all credit to Josh Veering, and he's got a lot of teammates running over to him because he picked that ball off his toes and shot out the left-handed handball in a lightning flash and set up that goal. So we'll come off for a well-deserved rest after that, and all of a sudden the Bombers have opened themselves up a 2-goal break. They're 6-9, Mount Gravatt 4-9. We're 17 minutes into this very warm second quarter here at Dittmer Park. Just think the Redland run is just starting to assert it's just a very slight ascendancy. It's looking a little bit more lively, a little bit more spark about them.
There's Pennington, Paxman up at Reese onto the ball, Zuffa on his right foot. Kicks up to half forward. Cast caught behind there. Behind Neat. Neat picks the ball up beautifully. Looks up the ground, kicks inside. He's got Pennington on the ball. He's got the switch out here to Andrew Scott in the corridor of the ground. It doesn't quite make the distance. He's got the handballs over the top to Jesse Green. Jesse Green looks up. Has a bounce. Doesn't quite sit up for him though. Reese in pursuit. Kicks inside 50 to nobody though. As Brewer attacks the ball. Good attack there. Thompson over the top. Looking for his brother Chris. Mowat handballs to Jamison. Jamison, good tackle. Thompson with a little chip out to Reese. Reese has got time. Kicks it up. It's probably a silly kick though. Short to 50-50. Gartner pushes at the ball. Jesse Green goes at the man. Got the free kick though. Umpire said he had him too high.
Great work by the Vultures there in corralling the Bombers there, and didn't have any option other than to go for the short chip kick, the low percentage. The ball's knocked out there. 3 goals in 7 minutes the Bombers have kicked this quarter, just to give themselves a little bit of an advantage. I think Jason Packman's going to take the ruck. He's going to go up against Jonathan Proud, who gives him a shove. Yeah, that was an odd blatant one. Paxman's going to take the relieving free kick for the Bombers. Developed into a very, very useful footballer, Jason Paxman, over the years. It's Howard. He's got Boone. Boone's got the run of right. He's a big man, right, but he hasn't shown any signs of fading in the heat yet. That's a clever kick. He's just put it over the head of Salter, who could run onto it, didn't have to break stride. He's got Pullman on the lead. Stewart's closing, wraps him up magnificently. Holding the ball, says the crowd. You're correct, says the umpire. And Stewart, we've wrapped him a couple of times, and he's got men on here. This is Andrew Scott. Gives it to Todd Jamison. Jamison hasn't got a lot of options, but he's got one here in Jesse Green. Drew the player. Green looks downfield. Bombers getting their numbers back. Plenty of Bombers here. They should raffle. They can raffle this. Good shepherd there by Zoof has allowed Veering to run onto it. Sorry, that's Veering there.
Thompson to Veering.
Thompson to
out
Veering.
to Zoofer. Zoofer kicks up to Thompson.
So Matt Thompson, game 100. He was a slip of a man when he first came to the club, Funky.
He was. He's come right through the program, played state footy, 16s and 18s. I think he won an MVP at the Nationals for Queensland at the under-18. So it's great to see junior players go on and play 100 games at this level, because it's not easy to play 100 games at state league level. So it's great reward for good effort over a long period of time.
Well, Gartner's kick there made it really hard for Grua. Vultures had the numbers. This is a Jeter. He's got Green on. Green's involved himself in the game, done some nice defensive things. Gross try and set the team up, but he can only go by hand. This is Mowat, did the old look-away handball, so Barry had to duck back onto it. But he is on the left foot and he just sits it up for Green. Godfrey's not going to be able to close in time. Jesse Green. He's going to draw the man, run down, he's just going to kick it long. Right, tried to block it, but it's gone over his head. It looks like Estel. Snaps it across the body. Ball's going to stay in for Andrew Scott.
Paxman after him. Campbell's inside. Cass. Tackled there by Scott, I think it is. And ball spills out. Going back into the contest. What's the umpire going to do here? And he calls for a ball up deep inside Mount Gravatt's forward 50.
Just needed the ball to come out the back door there for Levy, because he was the man waiting out there for it, but then just Redland just managed to lock it up.
Redland got a lot of numbers around the ball, and Mount Gravatt got a lot out the back here. So if it comes out from Redland, there's a fair few blue jumpers out here unless they kick over the top, which it looks like they're going to do. As Pringle has the ball, handball's inside to Salter. It's a poor handball though. Good collection from the Grogan medalist as he's tackled high. Umpire calls it back. He's going to call advantage, but Salter with the ball out on the centre wing.
Yeah, they knew they had to run it in the numbers there, the Bombers. It was just the execution wasn't quite right.
Gartner with the ball, chips it over the top to Veering. Veering with the ball on the forward 50. Kicks inside to Thompson. Ajita over the top. Thompson with the tackle on, I think it's Green. Ball spills out. Godfrey up to Bain. Good effort in front. Good pick up. Ajita with the ball. Stewart handballs it out. Out to Barry. Ball comes out of defence for Mount Gravatt. Poor bounce there.
This is Boone.
Adam Boone.
He only knows one way, Adam Boone, and that's straight through. Runs down onto the football. He's got men back for him. He's got Veering and he's got Grua. Grua says, no, I'll take it. He's got men on in the middle if he wants them. Mount Gravatt have managed to get their numbers back. Defended well over the last 5 minutes, just when the dam looked like bursting, the Vultures. Just kicks it to the hot spot. Pullman, second grab. He's going to shoot from 50. Well, you said that this is probably absolutely right on his range for Pullman. Not a lot of space in there.
And into that breeze too, Ron. It's a bit of probably only a 1-goal breeze, but it's probably pushing down, favouring the Mount Gravatt Vultures at this stage. But it was really good defensive work there from Bain. Bain just got in the way of Stewart and freed up that 2 or 3 metres that a forward needs, and it gave Pullman to take an uncontested mark inside 50. He'll test him though. You have to kick it from 52 metres.
Not a lot of marking options down on the goal line for the Bombers. Pulls it slightly, yeah, it's going to... Gee, Bain almost got his, wrapped his arms around that. Now he's himself in a bit of pain as the ball got knocked through 4 are behind. I guess we'll give that to Pullman. He's got 1 goal, 3 for the afternoon.
Big long kick out.
Looking for Scott. Pullman backs back. Luke Scott, outstanding work. Whoa, he's wrapped up there by Hunter. Great work by the ruckman. This is Damien Stephen against his former teammates. Over the top of Neat, looking for Godfrey, and that's where the ball's landed. Godfrey will have to work out. He's looking inland, he's looking inland, but nothing's going to happen. He's decided, no, he'll take the kick. Veering looks to make offer. Certainly, Pullman's led a long way around the ground. It's been a very team-oriented game. He hasn't hung back looking for the cheap kicks close to goal or the easy kicks close to goal.
Yeah, so Gartner and him are working quite well together, considering that you lose Clouston, who's... It's a great kick from Godfrey. Has it got the legs? Yes, it has. It's a beautiful finish there from Sam Godfrey. But just back on Pullman and Gartner, they're obviously a new combination. Clouston and Pullman have been working together for 2 or 3 years, and then but Gartner and him are sharing the load, probably more so than what Clouston used to do, and Pullman used to stay deep inside 50. But definitely a combination that's over the course of the year only going to get stronger. Yeah,
no, that's a good point you make. The continuity is always a good thing in any side, but geez, he's a big man, Gartner. He's an impressive looking unit.
It looks like Mount Gravatt have had to throw Mowat back, so they're obviously concerned about the matchups there. I think Stewart's done a fantastic job on Pullman thus far, and Pullman usually gets his kicks 20 to 25 out, but he's had to get him a lot higher on the ground in the first half thus far.
Well, we've suddenly got ourselves a 19-point break in this game. Redland are 7-10, Mount Gravatt are 4-9. We're 25 minutes into the second quarter. There's a chance here again for Godfrey, but great work there by the Vulch, by Yashira, but it says no, it's that new rule we're attacking the legs. So Godfrey's gone out wide. He's got Grua running for him. Grua, he's got plenty of spunk in his game at the moment. Gartner grabs the jumper there of Mowat, holds his feet well, does Daniel Mowat, gives it off to that man Stewart, the fullback, who's been so impressive. No one to kick to down on centre wing there other than Proud. He got a bit of a shove there from Boone. The umpire was in perfect position to see it, and so Jonathan Proud can go back and load up. Players are pouring, streaming down the ground, looking to try and create an option.
Still got Rogers on the outside there. Boone's just peeled off to him, but hasn't got a lot up the ground, Ron. You're right.
So he's just kicks looking for that man, Luke Scott. They have been very one-dimensional, and that is a magnificent mark by Peever Wright. He's getting better as the game goes on, Funky. They like the look of him.
He's super impressive. He's a big lad, but geez, he kicks the ball, he marks it well. He's been a good acquisition in the first half of this game. Baines keeps his eyes on the ball, up against Pennyquick. Ball spills up. Eckerman, Green, out to Ajita. Eckerman looks inside. He's got Malone. It's a good kick. Malone handballs it off to Barry. Barry looks to take a bounce. On his left foot, kicks inside. It's a poor kick though. Pringle takes it on his chest, streams up the middle of the ground. He's got Thompson. Redlands have got numbers here. Cast with the ball. Handballs over the top to Reese. Reese has got plenty of time. He can run into an open goal. And he's kicked it.
Great work there, great movement of the football there by the Bombers, and didn't Zane Pringle look good streaming out of defence there. Yeah, we said about 10 minutes ago that we just sensed that the running game was starting to lift. Also make the point that the Mount Gravatt forward line has been very, very stagnant probably across the same period. They just haven't been willing to run hard enough to open up the spaces that obviously the Bombers are doing. So I think the forward line coach will probably have a bit to talk about to his troops there.
Yeah, I think it's a good point, Ron. I don't think it's Mount Gravatt's defence that are letting them down at the moment. I think it's just that that turnover was just crucial there. I mean, it's cost them a poor kick inside their 50, their forward half of the ground, and then a dashing half-back run by Pringle, and all of a sudden it opens up space, and Redlands have got players everywhere. So as the two ruckmen go battle again, Malone and Hunter, off to Thompson. Thompson kicks up to Salter. Mount Gravatt have just got to tighten up in this red time now. As Thompson looks inside 50, it's a poor kick out to Pullman. Pullman gets pushed off the footy by Stewart again. A fantastic battle. Probably a little bit stiff there, Stewart. Just put his hands into his back as he was trying to get up off the ground. But Pullman's going to have a shot on goal here, 35 metres out in a 45-degree angle.
Well, they've kicked 5 unanswered goals in the last 16 minutes, Redland, to take a little bit of a stranglehold on this game. This will be the 6th if Pullman can thread it through. He's kicked 1 goal, 3.
28 minutes gone in the second quarter, approaching half-time. Redland, Mount Gravatt have just got to tighten up though, Ron, now. They've been a fantastic effort in the first sort of 20 minutes, but the last sort of 6 to 8 minutes, Redlands have got away a bit here as Pullman hits the post. And there's the half-time siren.
So Josh Pullman finishes the first half with 1 goal, 4. Chris Thompson, the only multiple goal kicker in the game, with 2 for Redland. And the contest has just broken itself open just in the last half of that quarter. 8-11 Redland plays 4-9 Mount Gravatt. Funky, your best players to half-time.
Oh, I think it's a pretty even contest, Ron. I don't think anyone's really stood out other than obviously Scott. Luke Scott's been fantastic for Mount Gravatt. I think Stewart's sort of been, he's playing a very different role to what he has done in the past for Mount Gravatt, playing on Pullman. That's been a tremendous battle thus far, and Pullman's only had the 1 goal. But I mean, for Redland, Zoof has been good. There's no doubt that Salter has been fantastic and truly showing why he's the current Grogan medalist. I think Veering's been very handy for Redland in his sort of role across half-back all the way up to sort of half-forward. But I think it's pretty even battle. I think Hunter and Malone have had a really good battle in the middle with Pennington when he's going in there. But I just think Peever Wright has been great. And that dashing, as I said, he's a big boy, but dashing from half-back, combining with a number of the Redland sort of defenders, it's been a really good battle down there.
Okay, so as the players go and take a well-earned drink, and I'm sure quite a few of them will probably go and stand under a cold shower for 5 minutes, we might take ourselves the opportunity to go and get a drink ourselves, Funky.
So as half-time, 8-11, 59, so Mount Gravatt 4-11, 33, Redlands with a 26-point margin at half-time.